Welcome everybody. Today I'm doing something sketchy. I'm swapping the chassis from this El Camino to this chassis. Going to use the same shell, but this chassis is just a lot better. As this chassis, they butchered the living daylights out of it. Let's see how sketchy this can be. I just want to also thank you, our sponsor, Stormtech SA, for the microphones and equipment they sponsored us with. Let's continue on this. Hopefully you behave well. Let's see if it behaves. So far it's level, it's not falling over. It was the only way I could have think of hooking it now. So far so good. Our sketchy frame is holding up. You see for cables underneath, as I had that with the other body. There's handbrake cable. Let me quickly just get the pliers. Let me just disconnect what needs to be disconnected. This brake pipe and this handbrake cable bracket. It's right across the chassis here. I don't know who designed that, but okay. You also see it's just a dowel pin on the handbrake cable itself up here. I didn't figure this thing to have all of this stuff, as it came from a guy that strips everything. But that's cool. More parts. This part will probably get edited out. Okay. Just pull this clip out. Otherwise I need to take it off there. Now it's going to be easier to take it off here. This is some sketchy type deal here. This balancing act and me underneath it. Please don't do this at home, whoever you are. And there we go. Let me go get a hammer. Personally, I would have preferred the other type of handbrake, the one in the center of the vehicle, with a split in two and the cable straight. It's easier to take apart as well. This goes with that chassis. Need to come up higher. Hopefully she stays level. Man, I wish I had a two-post lift. Everything seems alright. This is the sketchiest part of them all. Getting it up high enough to pull this out. Just check at the back here. Like you can see, I have a piece of scrap that used to be a stand. I just put underneath the corner where it's thick enough. Need to pick up the front a little bit more to clear the tire. So far so good, seems like it. Let me just see how far this thing's gonna fight me. A bit up. Close. Really close. Just make sure of my stand again. Oh, pretty close. That part of the frame that they have under the floor catching slightly on the chassis. It's high enough now. Thin, very thin. Anorexic from this type of deal. Okay, how's this looking? Okay, it should be sufficient. Just put this foot there for now. Come on, big boy. There we go. Part A done. Let's call it part A and part B. Man. Just get all my rubbers and stuff off. See which ones are the best. As they're not really shot, are they? Push this crud in there. Okay. Now I need to push this underneath that precisely. Okay. This is the closest I seem to be getting it. More or less. I'll drop it down and line it now. For now, I use what I've got. This thing still has to be stripped for suspension bushes and a whole lot of other things. But I'd like to have it mobile on the wheels so I can move it around and work on this thing. Plus, I want front suspension off the other frame that's been butchered. Okay, I can come back a small amount. Should be close. Yes. And I can start dropping her down. Surprisingly, these things have more bolts than all the cars that I worked on. 10 bolts to hold the body to a frame. That's without the front clips, 2 bolts, making it 12. They were made properly, these vehicles. Let me just drop it down at the back a bit. I can take that stand out now. Drop it. this is in a nutshell how I normally do it. Swapping bodies on frames and taking them off frames without all the expensive equipment. One day I'll be rich enough, I'll have a two-post car lift. That would help. For now, this is how we do it. Okay, just check my things. Okay, seems to be heading the right way. This needs to come over just a tad bit when I lower down. Let me see, bolt holes are close to lining. Okay, that should be sufficient. We check underneath with a screwdriver my bolt holes. If they line, then put one or two bolts along that lines. This old rusty bolt just to keep it in place. On each of the 4 main corners. We'll worry about the later bolts later. There we go. You can take. And then we've got small rust repairs coming up on this. Also be doing. And I'll be painting the underside of this as well. Or in future videos. Okay. Seems like I averted big crises. It could have flipped over or anything. You know, lots of things can always go wrong. I normally plan my jobs ahead, but there is unforeseen circumstances normally that can occur. Just lining the bolt hole. In this van, next up I'll have to also do the Teflon suspension bushes that I ordered, giving it a better road holding and tougher suspension, especially of the big block V8 or the small block. I'm still deciding on that one. And basically, there you go. You just get in there. That is how I swap bodies and frames around. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support we can get. Thank you very much, everyone. Peace out.